HomeTraq is a licensed real estate brokerage providing technology services to real estate brokerages and consumers. Please welcome the CEO of HomeTraq.
Good afternoon. I am Mark Gorman, Chairman and Co-Founder of HomeTraq, and I'm here to introduce to you Home Showings Simplified. The real estate experience is outdated. In fact, it really hasn't changed much in more than 100 years, but our expectations have. We now demand things instantaneously, and we look for that instant gratification to be delivered through our mobile phones. So why hasn't this happened yet in real estate when we want to buy a house? We find homes on our own, then we call agents to tour them, and many times don't receive a return phone call. Or worse, we click on a Zillow link and get bombarded with phone calls, texts, and emails. It's estimated that 94% of all consumers start their home search online, and that 68% of them are finding the homes on their own that they want to tour without having been in contact with an agent. The modern home buyer is screaming for an alternative of no hassle and no obligation. HomeTraq is that solution. HomeTraq is transforming the home buying experience by putting the customer completely in control through an on-demand home showing solution, which eliminates commitment and high-pressure sales tactics. It's easy to use, it saves you time, and eliminates all the unwanted phone calls. Simply, here's how it works. In the same way that you use Uber to quickly find a driver when you need a ride, you use HomeTraq to quickly find an agent to tour a home. You pick the home, the date, and the time that's good for you, and an agent confirms the appointment within minutes, all without having to speak to anyone. When you meet the agent at the property, it's on your terms of no hassle, no commitment, no obligation, and definitely no solicitations after the showing. Then you choose the agent that you want to work with when it's time to put the contract on your dream home. Here's what's happening behind the scenes for both the buyer and the agent. The buyer requests the home that they want to tour, and they're notified that it is locating an agent. HomeTraq immediately sends a notification out to all the network agents based off of their locational services and their availability. Once an agent confirms the appointment, the buyer receives a notification of who the agent is that they'll be meeting at the property. And now, for the first time, the agent is receiving information on the buyer that they'll be meeting at the property. But it's important to note that HomeTraq does not share any of the buyer's contact information with the agent, so no emails, no mobile phones, to avoid any unwanted solicitations after the showing. The buyer now can request a home showing and receive a confirmation of the appointment in 3 to 5 minutes with our one-touch solution. Normally this takes hours, if not days, using the traditional methods. HomeTraq doesn't just solve the problem for the home buyers, it's also solving a problem for the agents and the lenders as well. We have validated in our initial launch that agents are thrilled to meet home buyers who are actively touring homes in the area, because normally they'd spend hundreds of dollars for these types of leads. And for the lenders, we're helping them solve a customer problem. For decades, we have experienced exactly how banks lose 93% of the mortgage opportunities out of their own customer base every year. And this happens because agents refer those customers to the competition long before the bank even knows their own customer is shopping for a home. Our primary go-to market strategy is through our lender partners. It helps them fix their customer problem, while now distributing hot leads to the local real estate community instead of chasing them for loans. It's a no-brainer for the bank. Lenders distribute the app to their customers as a new way to immediately tour homes without commitment or obligations to the agent, but also protecting their customer base from referrals to the competition. Banks also like HomeTraq because they generate $6,000 of revenue on a $200,000 average loan. So they have a vested interest in capturing these customers. So how do we make money? We utilize the agents in our network to perform the home showings, and we monetize our business by receiving an industry standard 25% referral fee on every closed transaction. So for a $200,000 sale price, we generate $1,350 of revenue. During our initial launch, we had secured partnerships with more than 10 banks, credit unions, mortgage companies, and consumer brand companies who are now distributing the app to their customer base. We have also secured partnerships with more than 15 real estate brokers that consist of local, regional, and national brands. We strategically added national brands such as Berkshire Hathaway, Keller Williams, Better Homes and Gardens, because when we expand to other markets, they're already part of the network. HomeTraq is a fully functioning, mobile-optimized web app that is launched in the St. Louis area and can be used on any browser on your mobile device. You can find us at HomeTraq.com. During our initial 6-month pilot, we received a ton of traction. For the first 5,000 person customer base that we marketed to, we generated more than 300 leads that led to 50 unique individuals scheduling multiple home showings that led to 25 closed transactions of millions of dollars of real estate. While this 50% conversion is a remarkably high number, frankly, if we maintained a 25% conversion, it would still be fantastic. Our revenue and growth is based on our lender distribution model, our distribution partners. It's estimated that 7 to 9% of every bank's customer base will buy a house every year. The average bank captures less than 0.5% of the mortgage opportunities out of their own customer base. So with our early traction, we can help a bank more than double its annual production. For every 100,000 customers that our lender partners distribute the app, HomeTraq will generate $1.3 million of revenue, and it becomes immediately scalable. These customer bases can come from one large bank or many banks in any given market. What's unique about HomeTraq is that it's consumer-centric and our lender distribution model. Nobody else is tackling it this way. What's different about HomeTraq is that it's not just about the technology, but it's about the business plan and the network that we have already built. Lenders now distribute hot leads to the local real estate community to help them fix their customer problem. Because HomeTraq is all about simplifying the home buying experience, not about reselling data and bombarding customers with solicitation. Our goal is to have an exit strategy of 3 to 5 years. When lenders distribute the app to their customer base with our one-touch solution, it becomes immediately scalable. Obviously, the real estate market is a huge market. The total addressable market is $1.3 trillion of sales volume every year. So it is ripe for a disruptor like HomeTraq. And we have already shown that we can capture 1%, so we're looking for a big exit on a big scale. So why us and why now? My partner Brett and I have more than 45 years of mortgage, banking, and real estate experience. So we know firsthand how HomeTraq fixes distinct pain points across all these channels. I thank you for listening and learning about HomeTraq. And the next time that you tour a home, please give it a try. There's no obligation. You can visit us at HomeTraq.com. And now I invite you to watch HomeTraq transform home buying through home showings simplified. Thank you.